be showing you how I like to trim my bangs. I am a professional hairdresser, so I think I know what I'm doing. I cut bangs all the time in the salon, and this is what I tell my clients to do when they're in my chair and they need to refresh their bangs in between haircut appointments. So let's get going. So the first thing I like to do is, my hair is pretty curly, so I just relax the curl a bit with this heat styler. I love this thing. This is from Sutra. And what I tell my clients to do is just take their bangs and simply just make sure they're nice and chill, nice and it doesn't have to be perfectly straight, but just enough to where if you do have a little bit of wave or curl in your hair, just enough to relax it a bit. Now for me, I have really curly hair, so I have to be mindful that I don't cut my bangs too short. But if you naturally have straight hair or slightly wavy hair, you still need to be mindful, but you also don't have to worry about shrinkage too much. So what I like to do is just kind of evaluate what's going on, comb everything forward. So basically, I wouldn't recommend this if you don't have bangs already. This is just for trimming bangs, existing bangs. This isn't for creating new bangs. If you want to create new bangs in your hair, I highly suggest going to a hairstylist first for them to establish it for you, and then doing your own trims in between. I would not advise just starting from scratch if you have no bangs at all doing this. I mean, you could do whatever you want. It's a free country, but this is recommended for people who have already established their bangs. So basically for me, I have this little triangle here, and my guide for my bangs is from recession, where the hair dips, to recession. So in this area is the only thing I'm going to cut. And it's going to start about right here. If you have thicker bangs, you probably would be combing it more forward, or not so much back, like maybe around here. So I'm going to comb everything forward and kind of assess what I'm doing. I'm going to be using a feather razor. This is the easiest way to get really soft bangs. You could use scissors, but if you don't, I don't recommend it, because if you're not a hairdresser, you might cut yourself. Point cutting is what I would do for cutting the bangs with scissors, but I love this feather razor for trimming my bangs. And I'll show you why. So I look for a little teeny tiny little triangle, like right there, if you could see that, and pushing everything else to the side. So I'm going to be pulling this forward and just seeing how it naturally jumps up. I don't want it too much past my eyebrows. And I know it's going to jump because I have curly hair. So I am just going to pull it taut, and I think I'm going to cut it about right here, like right at the bridge of my nose. So I'm going to take the feather razor and just gently go up and down and see how it looks. And you can always take off more as time goes on if it's too long, but I wouldn't get too eager and start cutting it too short right away, because you can always take off more later. I might cut a little bit more, like right there. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So then I'm going to get my comb, and I'm going to take a little side piece of that triangle and slightly over direct it this way, and then match it up with that one and cut it that way. And then I'm going to take the other side of the triangle and slightly over direct it with the guide in there so I know where to cut. and then slightly cut that. Didn't quite cut it short enough. So I will cut a little bit more. There's always one side that's weaker. Mine is my right side. I can cut my left side perfect. Right side, not so much. And if you're left-handed, it might be your left side. So I kind of just evaluate and see how the length's looking with that little triangle there in the middle. I kind of like that. So then I'm going to take a little bit more, but nothing past that little dip right there, that recession. Bring it slightly over. Cut that. And then do the same on the other side. And then I'll kind of assess. Oh, that looks pretty good. I think that's all I'm going to do. But I would not advise going beyond that recession point, because if you start cutting into this, it's going to start looking like a bowl haircut. And unless you're into that, I love bowl haircuts, but I'm assuming a majority of the population does not want a bowl haircut. So I'm going to kind of play around with it and see how I like it. And if I feel like it's a little too heavy, because sometimes hair can get really dense. Some people have like really dense hair. If you are on the finer side, I think that'll be enough. But if your hair is a little dense, you can do two things. You can either take that middle section and raise it up like this and just slightly, lightly layer it with the razor like so. And that'll kind of make it lay a little bit better. Or you can take your comb, kind of see where the denseness is. Like if there's a big chunk right there that's really, really dense and you don't want it so thick, you can take that piece and kind of slightly go into that piece in the middle and just tap a little bit with the feather razor to take out weight. And that'll kind of break it up a bit. Yeah, that looks so much better. So quick and easy. I hope that helped you. Emphasize again, please make sure you establish your bangs with your hairdresser first, and then only do these techniques when you're touching up in between your haircuts with them, if you don't have time. I offer bang trims to my clients, so if they don't feel confident cutting their own bangs, they can always come to see me, and it takes like 5-10 minutes. But I think it's really important to have your hairdresser be the one to establish your bangs, and then, you know, it's totally okay to trim it in between. If it starts getting in your eyes, it's really annoying, and if you don't have time to go to the salon, then using the feather razor to kind of just this area, just get it out of your eyes. It's such a great tool and such a great way to fix that. So I hope that helped you, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.